How Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore actually survived for 9 months and what did they eat on the NASA space station. Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore are back on Earth after months in space. They landed safely in the ocean near Florida in a SpaceX capsule. They were meant to spend only a week on the International Space Station, ISS, but issues with Boeing's Starliner kept them there for 9 months. Being in space for an extended period of time can result in health issues including as weak muscles, fluid imbalances in the body, kidney stones, visual problems, and difficulty balancing when returning to gravity. For nearly 25 years, astronauts from several countries have been stationed aboard the International Space Station, ISS, which orbits 254 miles, 409 kilometers, above Earth. It is primarily operated by the United States and Russia, and is utilized for significant scientific research. Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams were Navy test pilots before joining NASA. Wilmore, 62, played high school and college football in Tennessee. Williams, 59, was a swimmer and distance runner from Needham, Massachusetts. During their long stay in space, Wilmore missed much of his younger daughter's senior year, while Williams stayed in touch with her husband, mother, and family through internet calls. Living in space for several months is tough on the body. Astronauts lose muscle and bone strength, fluids move in their systems, which can cause kidney stones. And they may experience visual and balance issues when they return to Earth. NASA is aware of these impacts and works with astronauts to manage them. Both Wilmore and Williams had been to the ISS before and trained again before their mission. Williams took over as ISS commander 3 months ago and remained in charge until earlier this month. They ate pizza, roast chicken, and shrimp cocktails, according to the New York Post on November 18, 2018. Fresh fruits and vegetables were limited. A source said the astronauts had only a small amount of fresh produce to stay healthy. Different types of food: they ate breakfast cereal with powdered milk, pizza, roast chicken, shrimp cocktails, and tuna. NASA doctors kept track of their calories. A picture from NASA on September 9 showed Wilmore and Williams eating on the ISS, with some of these foods visible. The insider highlighted that fresh fruits and vegetables were initially available but ran out within 3 months. There's fresh fruit at first, but as the 3 months continues that goes away, and they're fruits. And vegetables are packaged or freeze-dried, the insider said in November last year. All meat and eggs were pre-cooked on Earth and only required reheating. Dehydrated foods like soups, stews, and casseroles were rehydrated using water from the ISS's 530-gallon freshwater tank. The station also recycles astronauts' urine and sweat into fresh water for consumption. The specialist clarified that any weight loss was not due to a lack of food on the ISS. So to be accurate, it should be very clear that any weight loss is not due to a lack of provisions on the ISS. There is plenty of food, even for an extended mission. The ISS is stocked with about 3.8 pounds of food per astronaut per day, along with extra supplies for unexpected mission extensions. The absence of gravity has its effects on long-duration space travelers, who experience dizziness, nausea, and an unstable gait when they return to Earth. For Williams and Wilmore, test pilots for Boeing's new Starliner capsule, the 8-day journey turned into more than 9 months after a series of helium leaks and thruster fails rendered their spacecraft unsafe, forcing them to return empty in September. Sunita Williams, 59, and Butch Wilmore, 62, were detained on the ISS after their malfunctioning Boeing Starliner crashed, during what was supposed to be a week-long test voyage. The 4-person crew, which was part of NASA's Crew 9 astronaut rotation mission, splashed down off the coast of Florida on Tuesday at 5:57 p.m. ET. Several key events would follow as part of her post-mission recovery and debriefing: what happens after landing, When Sunita Williams and her team landed in the ocean near Florida, they were helped out of the SpaceX capsule and placed on stretchers for health checks. This is normal because being in space for a long time can weaken muscles and affect balance. The astronauts will be flown to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston. They will stay there for a few days for more health checks before doctors say they can go home. NASA will talk to the astronauts about their experiences, challenges, and successes during the mission. After her long stay in space, Williams plans to spend time with her family and friends. She said she is excited to see her 2 dogs and family again. "It's been a roller coaster for them, probably even more than for us," she said.